Welcome back to the channel. My name is Thomas Fletcher and I'm the host of the LCSW network. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor by smashing that like button, by subscribing to the channel, and by sharing this video with your social work colleagues and friends. The purpose of this channel is to create a community of hope and support where social workers can come for relevant news, information, and inspiration. Well, welcome back to Self-Care Saturday. Welcome back to Season 4, Episode 18 of our Self-Care Saturday series. So today we will be going over one of the Stoic philosophers and what I believe this Stoic philosopher can contribute to our discussion of self-care. So we will be looking at Marcus Aurelius. We will be looking at one of his works called Meditations. So the theme for this episode will be 12 lessons that we can learn from meditations for self-care. All right. So Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor from 161 to 180 AD. And he was also a Stoic philosopher. And on a side note, in college, I remember Philosophy 101, I took a class in freshman year, and I was really impressed by his writing and how down to earth he was. I mean, this was a Roman emperor, and he was very down to earth, and his work resonated with me back then, 30-something years ago. And his work still resonates with me. So he is sometimes referred to as the last of the 5 good emperors, or the last emperor of Pax Romana, an age of relative peace, calmness, and stability in the Roman Empire. So one of his works, again, that we're going to be looking at today is called Meditations. And I believe that it provides 12 lessons for self-care. So first I'll summarize each of the 12 books within Meditations, and then I'll provide my take-home lessons for what this book, what this work can teach us about self-care. So in book number 1, Aurelius teaches the importance of living a life that is grounded in gratitude for the important people in our lives, including family members, teachers, mentors, spiritual leaders who impart many lessons. And that's what he does in this first book. He thanks all of the important people in his life. Teachers, his father, his grandfather, other people that provided him with different lessons. In book 2, Aurelius reflects on the difficulties of dealing with unpleasant people. His remedy is to remember that we are all connected, or the modern equivalent, we're all in this together, and reminds us to refrain from anger, bitterness towards others, live with gratitude, and stop being distracted by things out of our control, like what other people are thinking about. Life is short, and only philosophy can help a person control their own thoughts, accept life, act justly, and die well. In book number 3, Aurelius says that the most important strategy for a person's soul is to break down and rationally analyze everything that happens to understand the true nature of things and events. AKA, we need to use our rational or logical minds. That sounds like what Marshall Linehan talks about in DBT, right? Book number 4. Aurelius says that a person's most important sanctuary is within the self. He says if you choose not to be harmed by something that happens to you, you won't be harmed by it, because the mind can't be hurt by anything outside of it. In life, there's no such thing as fortunate or unfortunate. It's all in how people interpret what happens to them. Wow, that sounds like cognitive distortions, right? In CBT. Book number 5. A person's most important work is being human. Wow, side note, pause. I got to serve 2 years ago when I deployed to the Middle East. I got to serve with an outstanding 68 X-ray, which is a behavioral health technician. And her motto, I'll carry this with me to the end until the day I die, but her motto was BHO or BHT. Doesn't only stand for behavioral health technician or behavioral health officer. She said primarily what it means is being human. I don't know if she got that from Marcus Aurelius, but shout out to her. I will always remember her because she said that, and all these years of serving, no one ever broke it down that simply until I heard her say that. But Marcus Aurelius does say in book number 5, a person's most important work is being human, experiencing things and practicing virtues in response. Even when you encounter obstacles, as in dealing with difficult people, you can adapt to them, work around them, and turn obstacles into opportunities for your own betterment. Book number 6, nature governs everything in harmony. Life may appear random. No matter what, have a goal and live in harmony with nature as you pursue your goals. Book number 7, we're all in this together, and we all need to strive to get along with others. We're all human, mortal, and we can afford to show some compassion to each other. Another person's actions can't stop you from practicing virtues. Your well-being is in your own hands. Book number 8. Aurelius advises the reader to stay humble. Don't complain or blame others. Just focus on building your own life out of the things that you've been given, one action at a time, and keeping your attention fixed on the present. And he also says fame after death is pointless. Book number 9. Everything we do should ultimately be directed towards society's benefit. Do the best you can, even if you fall short of your ideals and other people don't appreciate you. Avoid immoral behavior such as injustice, lying, and other misdeeds. Wow, this sounds like some great principles from our own NASW Code of Ethics, right? Book number 10, be satisfied with what you have. Be unselfish and set practical goals. Accept whatever happens, remembering that life is a training ground for one's logos, or universal reason. A healthy mind isn't enslaved by worry or the need for others' approval. Wow. Book number 11. The soul is responsible for making something of itself and accepting the inevitability of death calmly. Everyone has the potential to do this, and nobody else can prevent them from it. At the same time, developing good judgment and treating others justly takes a lifetime of practice. Book number 12. A philosophical life is always attainable, but people get in their own way. The only solution is to forget the past, trust God for the future, and practice virtue. Don't be troubled by other people's opinions, which can't affect you, or their misbehavior, which is a result of their ignorance. Your own reactions are the only thing within your control. So as we get closer to the end of this video, here are my 12 takeaways from how we can translate Marcus Aurelius's meditations for our own self-care. Number 1, take time to reflect upon the many people in our lives that have given us lessons that we can be grateful for. Number 2, we are all part of something greater than ourselves. We are one. We are all in this together. Remember this the next time you have an interaction with someone who we may characterize as unpleasant or difficult to get along with. Number 3, use your logic and reason to understand the world. Number 4, your mind is your most powerful resource and sanctuary. It decides how you interpret events in the world. Number 5, the most important job you have in this life is to be human, to practice virtue, especially in the face of difficult people and circumstances, and to turn obstacles into opportunities. Number 6, keep your eye on the prize. Don't let distractions keep you from achieving those things that are important to you. Number 7, remember, everything and everyone is interconnected. Ask for help when you need to. Be good to others and yourself. Your wellness is in your hands. Number 8, stay humble, stay curious. Learning is a lifetime endeavor. Number 9, helping others is part of the natural order. Harmony is part of the natural order. Number 10, gratitude and goal setting are important tools throughout our lives. Number 11, everyone's job is to shape their own minds, bodies, and spirits to not only pursue their own hopes and dreams, but to be of benefit to others as well. And lastly, it's everyone's responsibility to live a life worth living. Your goals are attainable. Again, keep your eyes on the prize. So those are my 12 takeaways from Marcus Aurelius' Meditations. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments about this. I want to thank you all for watching this video. For all the social workers and other licensed mental health professionals, thank you for the work that you do every day. For your clients, for your agency, and for the profession. Please continue to support each other and yourselves. Bye for now.